would like to extend the warmest possible welcome to the many, many, many distinguished officials and ambassadors from the Middle East who have joined us this evening. Some of the officials that have joined us include the former Prime Minister of Lebanon, Prime Minister Sonora, Ambassador Adel Jaber of Saudi Arabia, Ambassador Antoine Shadid of Lebanon, Ambassador Abdullah Bali of Algeria, Ambassador Man Erekat of Palestine will soon be with us, Ambassador Alia Baran of Jordan, Ambassador Mohammed Abdul Rumahi is on his way. He's stuck in an airplane. Ambassador Mohammed Tafiq of Egypt, and Ambassador Mohammed Al Hassani Al Sharif of the Arab League. A warm welcome to all of you. And a very, very, very special welcome to our honored speakers and awardees this evening, Mohammed Jamil, Naguib Sawiris, and Dr. Hanan Ashawi. And to their presenters, David Rubenstein, Dina Powell, and Ambassador Antoine Shadid. I'd like to take a moment to welcome the current and former U.S. officials and ambassadors who have joined us this evening. And they include Ambassador Richard Murphy, Ryan Crocker, Richard Clark, Mitchell Shevers, Robert and Phyllis Oakley, Ted Kattouf, David Mack, Marcel Wahba, Deborah Jones, Patrick Theroux, Sam Lewis, Walter Cutler, Alan Keesweather, Barbara Leaf, Larry Silverman, Ray Maxwell, Robin Rafel, Tim Carney, Nick Veliotis. I hope I haven't forgotten anybody. This is a long list, but these, but these are all supporters of the Middle East Institute and dear friends of mine over many years of our career. I apologize if I've missed anybody. You know, we've been reminded by the recent events and the sacrifice of our dear colleague, Ambassador Christopher Stevenson, that it's also important to honor the service of the civilians and the diplomats who serve abroad, and so we'd like to do that this evening. There's one last group that I'd like to especially thank before we officially open the Middle East Institute's 66th annual banquet, and that is our amazing Vice President of the Middle East Institute, Kate Seeley, the dedicated staff of the Middle East Institute who've helped her put on this banquet and the conference tomorrow, Kevin Kroll, Alicia Myers, our inspiring interns who give us some hope for the future. This event, we do it without an event coordinator. We do it in-house. It's very much a family affair, and I'd just like to thank them from the bottom of my heart. They've just done a terrific job. I don't have to remind you that this evening is the Middle East Institute's primary fundraiser of the year, and we thank you for your participation and for your contributions. It's very important for sustaining the Institute and our work throughout the year. It's a full house. The lights are too bright for me to recognize you individually, but there are so many corporate donors and generous individual donors to the Middle East Institute who have joined us this evening. But I do want to draw your attention when I'm not up there. Don't look at me. But when I'm not up there, we have the logos of the corporate donors, and we're also recognized within the little booklet that's on your chair. So please, thank you. We deeply appreciate your contributions. As Kate mentioned, 2012 has been a remarkable year of change, of challenge, of tragedy, but of opportunity in the Middle East. And we hope that you will all join us, as many of you as you can, will join us tomorrow for the full-day conference where we will where some amazing panelists and contributors, many voices we've brought from the region to share their views, will speak on 4 panels throughout the day to look at the past, but also to look at the future in the Middle East. If you're attending the conference, I don't want you to miss the special luncheon. It features the keynote speaker is one of our honorees this evening, Naguib Sawiris. It will be a very special event. Mr. Sawiris is CEO of Erascom Group, and he founded the Free Egyptian Party in Egypt to promote values and democratic values and pluralism in Egypt. He will receive this evening the MEI Award for Civic Leadership. The 2012 Issam Ferris Award for Excellence goes to someone that most of you have known and respected for years. I know I have. She's the most recognizable face of the Palestinian cause, Dr. Hanan Ashrawi. Her award is made possible through the generous endowment of the Ferris Foundation. And it's a very, very great honor this year to present the first ever MEI Visionary Award to a noted Saudi social entrepreneur, Mohammed Jamil, for his work in poverty reduction and youth unemployment. Okay, now I'm going to apologize for taking too long. These were meant to be very short remarks. But trust me, there's a whole lot more I could tell you about the work and new directions of the Middle East Institute. But come to our conference tomorrow. Come to our weekly programs. Follow us at our website. It's really quite remarkable what the young people at the Middle East Institute are able to do. And now it gives me very great pleasure to introduce and welcome a voice that any one of you who commutes by car in the morning knows quite well, and that's Stephen Skip. He is host of the NPR Morning Show, which I'd like to point out is the most heard radio news program in the United States. And Steve is a lot more than just an evocative interviewer. He's also an accomplished writer. As someone who knows Pakistan, as I do, his new book, Instant City, Life and Death in Karachi, is well worth reading. Steve will interview one of the American Foreign Service most esteemed and highly accomplished ambassadors, Ryan Crocker. Ryan, you should really take heart at all of the colleagues, proteges, and mentors that have joined us this evening from NEA, which, you know, as we affectionately call the Mother Bureau. They've come here tonight not only to pay tribute to our awardees, but to be with you again, Ryan. You've moved clear across country, but you've come back here for this event. And it gives all of us one more evening, one more time to share with you. My first assignment, I hate to tell you how long ago, in the early 80s, my first assignment in the NEA Bureau, I joined a club of young officers who revered Ryan Crocker as one of our heroes, as one of the best and most fearless political reporters operating in the field. Throughout his career, we had our career. And we were riveted by his reporting. We were riveted by his account of the horrific massacre in Shabar Shatila, where he was the first international diplomat on the scene that cold and chilly morning in 1982 in Beirut. As ambassador to Syria in 1999 and to 2001, Ryan's incisive reporting on Bashar al-Assad offered a cautionary and clearly prescient warning that the son was cut from the same cloth as his father. And when the winds of war were howling at the Pentagon and the White House in late 2002, Ryan's memo warning of the consequences that we would face of any unilateral attack in Iraq is now immortalized as the Perfect Storm memo. So over 40 years of service to his nation as a diplomat, Ryan's reporting has been respected for really 3 qualities. It was fearless, it was impactful, and it was intellectually honest. Now, I got to be fair with you. There were occasions when I personally witnessed Ryan being a little bit dodgy with the truth. But these, that's true. Now, these were the times, Ryan, when Washington was trying to get you to leave your beloved field in the Middle East and come back to Washington and work in the bureaucracy. And Ryan would say anything, he would do anything to avoid coming back to the bureaucracy. Also a reason why he won our respect. Ryan was accompanied by his wonderful wife, Christine, who unfortunately is not with us tonight. She was with him as he represented our country as ambassador in 6 different places, all of them in the news today: Pakistan, Afghanistan, Syria, Iraq, Kuwait, and Lebanon. And he will have a great deal to say tonight, and Steve is the guy to get him to say it. So please, I welcome Steve and Ryan. Thank you.